Good day, everybody. I'm back. Um, Today's quote is something quite nice. It's something very inspirational to me. Today's quote says, "Until you're ready to look foolish, you'll never have the possibility of being great." So I thought I'd share that with you guys. My YouTube channel is Easy Maths. As usual, if you want questions regarding NCS and IEB to be answered, email me at easymath@teachers.org. So let's get along and then let's see what we can do today. Today we're going to be doing a typical NCS rather Maths paper 1, Department of Education paper. This is the February to March 2015. It's your typical questions. It's solve for X. It's question 1.1.4. These types of questions usually intimidate people, so I'd like to advise you to be quite smart about them. Clever substitution could make this type of questions very simple. So you've got 2 to the power 2x minus 6 multiplied by 2 to the power x equals to 16. What you want to do is to solve for x. The first thing that you should consider, or you should notice rather, is that this 2 and this x, those ones can be interchanged. So what I'm saying is that this expression here, you could write it as 2x, so you first write down the 2, multiplied by 2, minus 6 times 2 to the power x equals to 16. And by doing this clever substitution, as you can see, so I've just swapped these two around, you could just put a bracket like that. It is equivalent. So you have 2 to the power x here, and then you've got 2 to the power x here. And then what you do, because you see you've got 2 to the power x here and here, you're going to make a substitution by saying let y equals to 2 to the power x. So wherever you see this 2 to the power x, you're gonna replace it with y. So let's just quickly do that. You'll have y squared minus 6. Wherever you see 2 to the power x, you put y. Y equals to 16. Guess what? This almost looks like your normal form of solving a quadratic equation. So let's quickly do this. The first thing is that you always want to have 0 at the other side. So let's just quickly take 16 to the other side. You'll have y squared minus 6y minus 16 equals to 0. Doesn't that look so much easier to solve? So what do you do here? So how you factorize such questions? You could look at one of my previous videos, but what you do, you're looking for numbers such that when you add those two numbers, they give you this -6, and when you multiply them, they give you 16. In this case, you notice that 8 multiplied by 2, let's take -8 times 2. What do you get when you do that? You have -16. And then when you take -8 plus 2, when you add them, do you get this? Oh yes, you get -6. So you have your 8 and your 2 as the numbers you use. In other words, you'll have something like y, then you'll have -8 here, and then you'll have 2 here. So this will give you y plus 2, y minus 8. And this is equal to 0. What happens when you solve this? You obviously see that y will equals to 2 and y will equal to 8. So this is y equals to -2 because this is a plus. Can you see this? So it's quite good, but you're not done. We made the substitution when you look at this, that we said let y be 2 to the power x, and we're solving for x. So all we simply do is to put 2 to the power x back in here in the place of y. So let's quickly do it. In other words, you have 2 to the power x equals to -2. It's actually or, don't put and, try to put an or. And you also have 2, or you have 2 to the power x equals to 8. The first thing that you should note is the answer is a negative thing. So you could see that it is not possible for you to get a solution here. So here you'll have a no solution. But for this one, you can see that 8 can be written just 8. 8 on its own is 2 to the power 3. You can test it. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So in other words, 2x is equal to 2 to the power 3. Can you see? You've got 2, x, x. In other words, x is 3. Therefore, x equals to 3. And that's a solution. So let's have a quick recap to ensure that you guys get the basic concept. You had a question like this, and then you wanted to solve for it. When you look at it, it looks very intimidating. So what you do, you first swap this x into a round, and after that you put a bracket, and then you see you have 2x, 2x. So the first thing, what you're trying to aim for, you're trying to aim for terms that look the same. And once they look the same, it's quite easy, because what do, you just make the substitution, because you want something that's familiar, something that you're used to. And you have this, you take the other 16 to the other side, and then you just simply factor this out and solve this quadratic equation. But after solving for the values of y, you note that this question requires you to solve for x. So because you make the substitution, you put this again. You put this 2 to the power x again. Then you simply write 2 to the power x in the place of y equals to negative 2. 2 to the power x equals to 8. Then if this is a negative, it's no solution in this instant. And then in this case, you could see that this 8 could be written as 2 to the power 3. And then you've got 2 to the x, 2 to the power 3, and obviously x equals to 3. So I hope this was helpful. Yeah, I guess I'll see you again. Enjoy. Bye.